I'm Jared Bell. This channel is is geared towards guys and girls that are in church media. If you watched my intro video, it explains my vision behind what I'm doing, what we're doing, and what's going on with this. I'm basically just a quick overview. Our church is about to do some renovations to the interior. I'm learning a lot. I've been inspired by some other YouTubers on how to upgrade our existing live stream and media equipment, and super keen. And I've learned a few things, and I thought I want to share some of these things. They're kind of cool. So hopefully that can help you learn how to do stuff too. So this tutorial, I'm just going to bring up YouTube. This is my church's live stream here, and I'm just going to show you exactly what I'm going to show you. So when our church starts, we're in full 16:9, and I'm going to show you how I do this with the black bars. So I've been inspired by seeing a few churches do this. There's a guy called Ryland Russell. His church has been doing this for a little while now. I think it's fantastic. I think it gives a really cool cinematic look, which is what I'm sort of pushing for. We haven't quite got all the elements together to completely go where I want to go with the live stream. I'd like to do more movement. We don't have the ability to do that at the moment, but I've changed some camera angles. I've added extra cameras in, and I think it's making a difference. This was the first Sunday, our last Sunday on the 12th of March, that I introduced this new style and this new look, and I've had some really positive feedback from it, which is fantastic. So this is how I do these bars. Now, as you saw them, they came in on their own, and then we're going to go to the end of the song. So this is only for, that's probably not the best, I cut her head off there. Watch the black bars. It's always longer than you expect. I need to clear that out. I was directing for the first time, not the first time for me directing, but I was directing with this new style for the first time on Sunday, and there they go. And then so for announcements, sermon, we stay in the 16:9 aspect ratio, and then it's a 2.35 to 1 for worship. I just think it looks fantastic. So I'm going to show you quickly how I do that in and out on my computer. Now, I am on my computer at home. I'm not on my church computer, so this is just all stuff that I've been testing with and playing with, but you'll see exactly what we're doing. So let's look over here. Make this a bit bigger. Where's the grab point? There. Okay, so if we're playing something here, and we're going to bring in black bars. So it's not a quick thing. You want it to come in nice and slowly. There you go. And then I'll show you how to animate those. So what I'm doing is I'm using props. Now, when ProPresenter and even Ryland Russell did a demonstration of how they do it from their actual main ProPresenter computer that's running words to the screen. That's also sending live stream lyrics to the live stream. We still receive lyrics from the live stream. They come in through here, lower thirds there. But what I figured out was, and one thing that scared me was, the way ProPresenter works, for those of you that don't know, ProPresenter has layers. So you've got, these are your layers actually down here on the side. This is a video layer. So when we're actually streaming, that's where the video is for the live stream. This is a media layer, background layer, you could call it. This is the slides. Slide layer is text, animations, lower thirds technically, anything that goes over the top of everything else. Announcements are a separate thing which we're not using here. Then we've got props. Props are basically another layer on top where you can bring in elements like lower thirds, which we're using, and other things as well. Messages are for talking to the people on the stage, and then there's music. So what we're doing here is using the props layer now. So the reason we're not sending the words over from the black bars over from the computer is what I figured out is I tried to do it their way. It works, absolutely. But that black bar sits on the slide layer. And there are times when we could be during a song when the band is doing an instrumental or something like that, and they clear that, or at the end of a song, the person running the media clears the slides or clears everything. That will clear my black bar. It'll just disappear. So we've got the black bars for the worship, and then all of a sudden they're gone. They just disappear. That was a problem. That doesn't work. So while they had their way of doing things, like, that doesn't really work for what we're doing. And I'm like, how else do we do this? Now, a lot of churches only have one version of ProPresenter, or they might have two. They might use it somewhere else on their church property or campus or whatever you want to call it. We have a campus license, so that gives us a number of seats that we can use. What I actually have decided to do is use ProPresenter to stream separately on a separate computer, stream out from ProPresenter. They added this live feature a while ago, right here. It says capture, but it's actually live stream. It does actually both. We're streaming out from there, and I don't have it to show you right now because I'm going to show you another video on what I'm doing with that. Is I did that because I can add extra elements for the live stream that don't rely on the computer out in the auditorium to send out that information, to send through that information to the live stream. The live stream's separate. It's almost like we're running our own worship. We are for the live stream, but also for our own stuff. Then we bring in the lyrics from the main computer, so they're all in sync. That's different. But we bring in things like lower thirds for names, so that people can we can show people who is speaking. They get to know them. We've got a logo watermark that we bring in, stuff like that, and we run our own announcements. So the announcement video, because we do a video, the announcement video I do two, because I actually film them and edit them. I do, and they're both the same length. One is for the church in the auditorium, and at the end of that, it actually includes a video for the kids to go out. They don't need to see that online. Kids, it's not nothing to do with them. So I created a second one. It's exactly the same. It just has an ending on it that's slightly different, and the ending has things like website, blah blah blah. And it ends at the same time. So when they hit the button to go to the announcement, we're watching it carefully. We hit the button to go to the announcements. Yes, they don't match up exactly, but they're close, and it's close enough. So they do that, and so we have that, and we have a video videos we show at the end. We also have a different pre-service slides that we show, which has only relevant information for people watching online. Countdown is exactly the same. We show it separately, and that's all triggered. ProPresenter has a calendar scheduler function, so we're able to program that, so it fires itself. We don't actually it; just off it goes on its own at the predetermined time. Nothing we need to do besides go live. Anyway, back to it. So we've got these bars. I've decided to put them in as props, so that means that they appear over the top of everything, as you've seen here. Right, so back to this. Oops, lights move falling down. We have black bars. Now, let's just quickly show you how I did it. We created a new prop here, and you bring in a shape, rectangle shape. If you look here, it's 1920 by 130. That's pretty much gives you the 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio. There's two of them, one at the top, one at the bottom. And here we build it in. So we use the push build in. You set the duration to 8. Now, if you drag the slider and it goes to 5, you can actually double click on it and set it to 8. And then you got to choose the direction. So the top one is obviously coming in from the top. The bottom one is coming in from the bottom. They're just builds in, do not build out. And then down here we've got the build order. They have to be set to with slide. That's one thing. So that's the bring the bars in. And then they'll just stay on. If I click it again, they fade out. But you know what? We can do better. We can animate them out like we animated them in. Unfortunately, you can't just have that on the same prop. You have to create a second prop. This is what I'm showing you. So anyway, black bars in. Like I said, it's set to 8 seconds. So it's not an instantaneous thing. That's fine. Comes in. The reason we set it to 8 because that actually slows how long it takes for them to come in. You could probably slow it down even more. Obviously, it takes a little bit longer than to come in, but there's an 8 second. There's probably about a 5 to 6 second delay before you actually start seeing them. That's okay. I don't think that matters. You just got to make sure we hit them as soon as we leave the countdown. You hit that, brings them in. Going out is a little quicker. And the reason why we have to have a separate one is because if I created a build out, there's no way to choose to do it on a click or when the prop is cleared. So, because when you clear a prop, it just fades. It won't animate out, unfortunately, which I think I need to tell Renewed Vision about because I reckon that would be great to have the ability for the animation to occur when you deactivate a prop. Yes. So how do we overcome that? Well, I mucked around with it a little bit. So this is the one that comes in. We got it in, and then I duplicate that. So you duplicated it. Can't really see it, it's gone off the screen, but there is a duplicate button there, and we get the black bars out, and we can edit that. And so this is the out one. So what we've got is exactly the same bars. Because we duplicated it, they're there. We delete the build-in on both, like so. And we've still got the push on there, which is fine. You reverse the direction. So obviously this one's going to push from the bottom. So that one. So it slides up. And this one here from the top, so it starts at the top and pushes down. Again, you set the duration to 8 seconds. It's fine, just so that they come in and out at a similar speed. These are still set to with slide, because that's what we want to do. However, I add a 2 second delay, and there's a reason for that. So, when I click the black bars out, it takes 2 seconds to come in. Let me show you how exactly I figured out how to do this. I click black bars out, and then I click black bars in immediately. And there they go. What that's doing is, I'm clicking that's activating the black bars on screen. Because watch, let me show you, when I click this now, they fade in, and then they go away. So what I'm doing is, so the black bars are already there, so the black bars out fades in over the black over black, so you can't see it. And then when I click black bars in, it fades out the black bars in behind it. Again, they're both black, so you can't see it, and then do it. So you have to do it like that. So we'll click that, just a demonstration again. I hope that makes sense. So we're in. When I click black bars in, it's going to fade in another black bar at the top of it. Like I said, you can't see it. And then when I click black bars in, it's already faded that out. And then once they disappear, they disappear. So you got to do it one after the other. If you're finding it's too fast, delay the black bars out for another second or two. All right, you could do that. So for example, let's have a look at that. So let's increase this to 4 seconds. Right, so now the delay is 4 seconds. So now we've got a little bit more time. So, black bar's in. Wait for them to come in. You could bring the black bars in earlier, but they come in faster. So just bear that in mind. Black bar's out, black bar's in, and we've got a couple extra seconds before they go. So that would work too. I leave that up to you to figure out which is the best one. I find 2 seconds works fine. 4 might work for you too. That's pretty much it. Again, this is for people that are running maybe 2 versions of ProPresenter and one for live stream, want the black bars, they're not coming out from the same computer, and don't want to accidentally clear the black bars in the middle of a service. This gives us control over that. So there's a quick tip for you, a little bit of a history behind it. I do apologize. I do like to talk in detail about this stuff because I always find that people that don't give the details, it leaves you guessing. So that's how I like to do it. So thank you very much for tuning in. Like I said, everyone always says, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to notify you when we do another video. I will have another one coming shortly that will explain exactly how I do how we set up ProPresenter for our live streaming. Thanks guys, talk to you later.